Hey guys, quick video here in the pre-market. Open interest, a very complicated topic with many ins and outs. By definition, open interest as it pertains to an options contract is the total number of existing contracts. This value updates once a day in the pre-market at around 6:45 Eastern. So as you can see here, it's now 7:42 Eastern, so the update for today has already taken place. A common misconception is that the open interest value is the total number of contracts that have been bought for the respective contract. This is false. Both long and short positions count towards open interest. I have an example here with small numbers. So if a contract has 0 open interest going into the session, and then in the morning you buy 10 contracts, and in the afternoon I sell 10 contracts, assuming no other activity takes place, the open interest tomorrow would be 20. So here we are in the pre-market again, and the update has taken place for today. But your brokerage or wherever else you get your open interest data, they may not update this until the market opens. However, the data is available nearly 3 hours prior. So the feed itself, we have a feed showing both the increases and decreases in open interest. There's obviously a lot to look at here, so let's filter the results. If we assume that a contract traded at the ask that results in an increase in open interest is a buy, then we should look for contracts in which there was a high percentage of ask side activity in the previous session. Let's go with 70% ask side activity. Feel free to use any other numbers that you want. Simplify things even further and only look for contracts in which the previous session saw a minimal amount of multi-legged activity. By the way, if you haven't already checked out our video on multi-leg trades, please check that out. I'm going to limit the multi-leg volume percentage to 20%. This column here shows me how the volume looked in the previous session. So we can get a quick glance at the volume, and we can see if the volume took place over a short period of time or if it took place throughout the day. So this is a pretty simple screener that you can use to search for large increases in open interest from ask side activity. If you were looking for assumed short positions, then you could switch the 70% ask to 70% bid. You might find some covered calls or short puts here. I say this quite often, but it's always important to keep in mind that transactions at the ask are not always a buy, and transactions at the bid are not always a sell. I'll have more on that in the future. That's going to wrap it up here. Have a good rest of the week, and enjoy the session.